When it comes to personal statements, what are some common issues that you run into that you help students overcome?
Yeah, I think that's such a good question. And I think that one thing that applicants suffer from is they've already applied to college. So they have in mind this idea of what it is to write a statement. And so in some ways that college essay is helpful because it should be a personal statement, unlike applying, say, to a PhD program where the focus is very much on the academic chronology. The personal statement is still personal, but it's dissimilar from the college essay in that it needs to be a lot more focused. So, for example, one thing that a lot of applicants don't realize is they need to present a really clear connection to their reasons and their interests and their preparedness to go to law school. One example might be, someone has a background in chemistry and she's worked in research for a few years, and then she learns from a personal friend about patent law and she realizes, oh, that would be a much better path for me. So that's a story that needs to be told in the personal statement, because without it, a law school admissions committee is looking at a transcript full of biology and chemistry and wondering why this person's applying to law school.
Right. So you want to show a clear logical progression as to why law school would be the next step in your journey.
That's right. And that said, it does not need to be and shouldn't be a blow-by-blow of your whole life. It's usually a 2-page statement. And so we don't need every single thing you've done. And we definitely don't need the hackneyed, my parents always said I should apply to law school because I love to debate. I mean, mine did too, but it's pretty overused. So tell your story and make it personal. I remember when I wrote mine and I was a senior in college and I didn't have any advice. I didn't know what I was doing, but I did feel really strongly about my personal story and why I wanted to go to law school. And I remember showing it to a couple close friends, and each of them kind of looked at me and said, "Oh, Christina, that's kind of personal. I mean, shouldn't it be a little more formal?" And I thought, oh no, I've got it right then, because it did show who I was. I remember sitting on a panel once, and there was a dean of admissions from a law school, and she said, if I'm sitting at my desk before a cocktail reception and I have a stack of files in front of me and I'm reading through each one, I would want to be able to go out into that reception later and know, oh, that's Jamal, that's Rashida, that's Jeff. Those statements make sense in terms of who the person is.